And so please describe to me what the aesthetic look is exactly.
More like this guy here.
Yeah. So we'll go ahead and bring
Oh wow, you really have to come in here?
like this guy.
Is this
No,
is this really happening? He met the other guy behind you, bro. Like I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm right into that bad boy.
You can stay right there, behind the camera, behind the camera. No, see now you got me jealous now.
That's okay.
That's not
no,
fair.
but you're more in the category like Holyfield, Arnold, okay?
My man. Yeah. Arnold Ferrigno. Huh?
Okay.
Aesthetic. That's great, partner. You two ever go out place everything in its proper place?
That does not make sense, but we usually do go. We head to Kroger's, and we work.
Oh, yeah. I've got a lady waiting for me back home also. She has the most beautiful scrotum. Oh, God. And when she sings, she sounds just like a puppy dog. How do you nail a photo?
Just gotta get in the mode. You gotta talk with your eyes.
Talk with your eyes.
Talk with your eyes. You
Okay,
gotta
so
have the eyes
can you show me a little bit of something, like to this camera? I would love to know how to do this. I just want to know.
Well,
How
I
do you do it?
mean,
Teach
the
me
smile,
something.
You can get the sexy eyes. Then you know you gotta get the smile going on some shoes, but.
Wait, hold up.
You got.
I got to
when it's
try
time,
this with you.
when it's
Hold
time
on.
to laugh,
I gotta try this
you gotta
with
think
you.
of something funny
All
and start laughing.
Do it again. Do it again. How do you do it? Teach me.
Sexy eyes.
The sexy eye.
This is sexy eyes right here.
Smizing?
Smile.
So you're smizing.
Smile.
Okay.
And then you gotta get the.
No, I look like I need to take a poop or something.
Wish words were like little toy guns. No sting, no hurt, no one, just a bang, bang. Right?
Is that it?
Yeah, it's something like that. Just a bang,
Toy
bang,
guns.
rolling off your tongue.
Toy guns.
It's no smoke, no
Bang, bang.
bullets.
Water guns. All right.
Pascal. You are now rocking with that dude Pascal. We be going wild, Haitian in the building, so original. Got the haters catching feelings. Get your hands up to the ceiling and keep them held high. Cause St. Louis isn't ready. Forget about it, goodbye. Hold on, we just saying hi. Five somebody rise up. Weekdays, catch us live. Somebody, let's go.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Pascal Show. What's up, everybody? I hope you guys are all having a wonderful Tuesday night. It is Tuesday night, y'all. It is Tuesday night. Yes. I decided to change the background a little bit for the evening shows so that you guys can, feel a little something. You know what I'm saying? Get a little excited about the evening shows. You know what I'm saying? Because the evening shows are going to be a little bit more risque, a little bit more, what's the word? Je ne sais quoi. You know what I'm saying? A little bit more fun. And je ne sais quoi is I don't know what in French, just so you know. I mean, I already know that David knows. Actually, by the way, David is with us today. Yeah, that's a nice surprise. He's never with us in the evening show. So he's going to be joining us today. And we got to talk about this stuff. So like I said, that's why I decided to put the red on. Because it's the nighttime show. You see what I'm saying? This is when we get to talk about some other stuff, relax a little bit, get a little raw. You know what I'm saying? And it's not so, today on CNN. You know what I mean? It's not so stuffy. We get to talk about the things
red light hour.
You know what I mean? The red light hour. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That red light special. You know what I mean? So, we're going to have some fun. Oh, Evelyn just said it. The red light special. Exactly. The red light special, baby. You know what I mean? Except there's no sexual favors. Lo siento. Anyway, we got to talk about this. There's a lot that this is a very large conversation because like Black Twitter, Black entertainment, Black relationships are kind of going ablaze right now. A lot of people are feeling some type of way about Derrick Jaxn. And for those of y'all who don't know who Derrick Jaxn is a self-proclaimed relationship guru. You know what I'm saying? Let me pull up a photo of him because I know some of you ladies, don't act like you don't know who I'm talking to. You ladies out there, some of y'all know who I'm talking about. So, some ladies out there know about this man. Let me just pull this up. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm going to be real. He's a YouTuber slash relationship guru and all that. And, I understand why the ladies love him. The ladies do. The ladies are big fans of him. Let's just say that. Let's just say that. I think a lot of guys wish they could look like this dude right here. He's a good-looking dude, in great shape. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, let me get this thing going. Here we go. Good-looking guy. You know what I'm saying? He's right over here. He's a big advocate. He had a thing going on, which is how ironic that I picked this photo right here, and it says "Black men don't cheat." Okay, sorry. It is kind of funny. I'm not gonna lie. It is kind of funny. But let's be straight funky here. Oh, let's be straight funky here. Sorry about that. That's what I was trying to do. Let's be straight funky here. The reason why we have him on the TV or on the video, and why we're talking about him today, this evening, is because of this very phrase right here. Now, For those of y'all who don't know who he is, I'm going to show you guys a little bit, some clips of him, that kind of thing, so that you guys get a better understanding of who he is. He's a, like I said, relationship guru. And as of recently, he has been caught cheating. That's it. He got caught cheating. But it's not even just once. He's done it more than just one time. I just want to make that abundantly clear. This ain't his first rodeo. This ain't his first time in the rodeo. So, yeah. So let me show you guys a little bit of this guy. Like I said, today's show is going to be a little bit lighter. I know we've been dealing with a lot of really, really heavy stuff lately. Shootings and mass murders and all that stuff. We just need a little bit to relax. It's just, for me at least, just an opportunity to just chillax a little bit, okay? So this is an opportunity for us to take a look at a little bit of Derrick Jaxn. I don't know why I was about to say Derek Chauvin. Derek Chauvin. I'm so used to saying that all the time. So yes, this man is a very big fan. He has a lot of fans. He's a good-looking black man. He is somebody who endorses and pushes things like black love, treating your woman like she's the queen. Truly, he absolutely hates on men who cheat. Let me just show you a tiny bit of who this guy is. Let's take a look.
Last video, I talked about the dude who said that, it's difficult for a guy who's formerly promiscuous to be monogamous with one woman, so she should acknowledge his effort to be faithful, right? Well, he also said something that kind of tickled me. He said, if a guy slips up and cheats, it shouldn't outweigh all the good that he's done up until that point, right? But by woman logic, it somehow does, and he doesn't understand why. I'm gonna tell you why. First off, to say that, cheating shouldn't outweigh all the good that you've done is also to say there's an amount of good you can do to deserve to cheat, which is bullshit. And I shouldn't even have to explain that, because vice versa, we will catch a fucking fit and, decide to be hoes for the rest of our life if a woman were to ever break our heart, no matter how much good she's done. But anywho, you don't know how much damage you've done by cheating on a woman, so we can't reduce it to just one lapse in judgment, one slip up or whatever. That's besides the fact that none of us really slip up and fuck anybody. There was a rapport that we built. There was scoping out that happened. There was putting ourselves in that position. There was flirting. You know what I'm saying? So going by most people's definition of cheating, yeah, you just slip up. But the truth is, you've probably been cheating months before you actually put your dick in her. And more times, I would say 9 times out of 10, when a dude gets caught cheating, that wasn't his very, very first time cheating. That wasn't his only time cheating. That was his only time getting caught.
Okay. So
he sounds like he knows more about cheating than dating, at least.
Man, I'm telling you, he's the PhD in cheating. But apparently he's not, because, he obviously has not been practicing. He has not been practicing what he's been preaching. So he has gone out there and said to the world, hey, this is what we're doing. Cheaters, black men don't cheat. As you saw in that photo, he is out there telling everybody, hey, you shouldn't be cheating. You should be treating your woman with respect and love. You should be putting them on a high pedestal, all that stuff. And don't get me wrong. Do not get me wrong. That sounds really good. Everyone wants to hear that. What woman or what man who is literally going, yes, you're right. You shouldn't be cheating on your woman, and love is real, and you should be with that one person for the rest of your life, and blah, blah, blah. Don't get me wrong. I'm not knocking those values and those ideas, but of course people are trying to hear that stuff, especially in a world that we live in right now. We live in the weirdest times right now. Worst times. It is that easy at your fingertips to cheat. Right at your fingertips. When back in the day, you had to go somewhere to find somebody to do that thing. You feel me? So you got all these people who are watching this and going, yes, I feel, Thank you, Derrick Jaxn, with your six-pack and your bulging biceps. Thank you so much for saying these things, because I really needed to hear this. There is hope. There are good men out there. Ha! Well, oh boy, I beg to differ because he got caught. Now, huge shout out to Tasha K, because Tasha K, if you don't know who she is, she's a vlogger. She's got a huge show, huge platform. And she was on there. And, Aggro Vixen, thank you so much. Stop. I'm better looking. Thanks. I appreciate that. That makes me feel better today. I think it's the red lights. I think the red lights make me look better. I think that's what it is. But anyway, Tasha K broke this story. She had one of the girls, one of his side pieces, go onto his show live and say some stuff, exposing it all, putting it all out there. And of course, Twitter, because, white people listen to his stuff too. So it's not only just black Twitter. Mainstream media, I guess, the social media is rumbling right now because everybody and their mama's going, what the hell? What the hell? He's been promoting and preaching about doing one thing for the longest time, and now he's doing the exact opposite, right? So everybody and their mama's like, oh yeah, right. Black men don't cheat. Black men don't cheat. And he's going and he's dragging dudes for going and cheating. Yet he's the same dude that's doing the same thing. Okay?
It's even another video where he was saying that if you can't be monogamous, you shouldn't even be with a woman, and you should be upfront about that. And obviously, he wasn't upfront about that, and he didn't follow his own advice because he couldn't keep from cheating, but he stayed with her anyway.
Yep.
So.
Yep. And don't get me wrong, the facts, Cyan McManus, Tasha always gets the tea. I don't know how she does it, but she's got that voodoo that she does, and it works every time. But she's always putting out some stuff, and it's like, bruh, that's crazy. The stories that have come out, right? So she exposes, she breaks this story, and of course, social media loses its mind. And this, by the way, this has been on fire for the past couple days. This happened over the weekend, basically, right? That this story broke. I would say maybe Friday or Saturday this story broke on her show, and then it's just been going crazy. Okay? So, moving on. Of course, Derrick has to get in front of this. Now, he has been cheating on his wife. At first, he came out saying he has had, let's just say, emotional affairs, but nothing ever physical. And then suddenly, he gets on camera with his wife. And what's fun is that we're going to watch this video together. Because honestly, I have not watched the whole thing. I have not watched the whole thing yet. I've only watched a little bit. I've only seen bits and pieces because I want to see this with y'all. Because I would love to see your reaction to what I've seen so far. So we're going to watch this together. Let's take a look. Let us take a look. Hopefully I don't get flagged. Hopefully the broadcast doesn't get shut off. Let's take a look at this video. Now, already, this is his wife, by the way. This is his wonderful wife holding his hand, wearing a bonnet, holding his hand. Let's just play the video.
That's Derrick Jaxn here, and today I am joined by my lovely wife, Danae. And we just wanted to address a couple of things. We understand that some of you may have already heard, maybe not, that this chapter of our marriage is one that was preceded by a marriage that I completely failed. And I would say it just started around August, maybe September of last year. But, a lot has been said already.
Did you see the look on her face? I'm sorry. The way she looked at him like, yeah, you done mucked up. You done messed up, bruh.
Yeah, her face tells a whole story through this this little segment. I feel really bad for her, to be real.
It's bad. It's bad. And the funny thing is you could see. I mean, and this is just me. I don't know her. I don't know their relationship. I don't know where they. You know what I'm saying? This is all just a matter of opinion here, so I don't get in trouble by anybody. You could clearly see that she doesn't give a damn. She doesn't give a damn. In my personal opinion, she doesn't give a damn. It's like he grabbed her and said, just sit down with me. We just got to do this really quick. Come on, girl, just sit with me. But anyway, we're only 23 seconds. See what I'm saying? We're just 23 seconds in this, B. Let's take a look at this, okay? Let's take a look at this.
About what was the cause and all that other stuff. Some of it is true. Some of it is completely false. But the truth is, and I'm saying it here now, is that Derrick Jaxn was involved with other women.
Did he just refer to himself in the third person? Yes, he did. Okay, I just want to make sure. Did he just refer to himself in the third person? He referred himself in the third person, y'all.
You know why?
Bruh. Why?
You know why?
Why?
Because he's the king of fuckboys.
Yes, the king of boys. Yes, boys. You know what I'm saying? Wow. Wow. He just referred to himself. This is 32 seconds in, y'all. We didn't even go 10 seconds yet. Since the last time we paused the video. He just referred to himself in the third person. Who does that? Unless you are super egotistical. Pascal thinks that Derrick Jaxn's an idiot. Pascal's going to leave. Pascal's amazing. Pascal's he's not a millionaire, but he wants to be. You know what I'm saying? That's stupid, y'all. Let's continue. He referred himself in the third. Who does that? Who does that? Who does that, man? Oh, my God.
Marriage. And by involved, I want to be clear. I'm not talking about just casually kicking it, maybe a lunch or something like that. I'm talking about as serious as sex, to sexual flirtation and meeting up and that kind of thing. And some things that otherwise may be considered okay by some in terms of like just chatting or checking on people or being checked on by people that I've had a previous encounter with. But without my wife's knowledge of it and with us having a sexual history, all of it falls under the umbrella of inappropriate, cheating, affair, stepping out. Definitely not in alignment with the vows that I took. And definitely not in alignment with the biblical standard of what it means to be faithful, which is the standard that I'm going by now. Now, I'm saying this publicly, not because I'm, married to you guys. First and foremost, I'm accountable to God. Then I have to be accountable to my wife, in which we've already had this conversation. I've already told her literally everything. I've given her basically a roll call list. If I've said hello to a woman in the last 12 years of me knowing her, she knows about it. But now that it's been made so public, it's important that I first off let you guys know I do not stand by those actions. I don't want to encourage anybody to do that. And then secondly, I know that I cannot build a platform preaching certain things, preaching against certain things, and then in my real life live contrary to that.
Hold on, I'm sorry. Can we just take a moment here? I am so sorry. I don't mean to be an ass. I don't mean to be an ass. I really don't mean to. This man has worked very hard at this. Passion, love, more important than anything in the world. He's dedicated himself. He put so much hard work behind this. And I'm talking about his brand. I'm just so sorry about his brand. His brand is over. He's worked so hard. Forget the marriage. I'm sorry. He referred to himself as like he was Nike. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be an ass. Because, I've listened to him multiple times before. We're going to get back to this thing, I promise you. But, and because she speaks, I think she does actually speak. She does have vocal cords. So I think she does speak here in a little bit. But
yeah, just a little.
Just a little. She does speak a little bit. A little bit. Like I said, I've never seen the whole thing, right? But he's worked so hard on that brand. He has not worked that hard on this relationship. Clearly, he hasn't. If it was that situation, she would have cared. We're not done with the video. I'm gonna play the video. Trust can believe we're going to look at this video. But just saying. One, because I'm worried about copyright stuff. But at the same time, the other thing is that it's frustrating. Like, I've listened to this guy, okay? I've listened to this guy. I've watched this stuff. In fact, if I'm correct, I follow him on Facebook. And there was a moment where I was like, man, I wish I could be on that level of like speaking into a camera. He doesn't stutter. He doesn't stumble over his words. He's saying things like he knows it like the back of his hand because he practices this every single damn day, and he doesn't do any of that. So he's just grifting, and it's frustrating. It's frustrating. He's just pandering to a whole bunch of to a demographic that's gonna gobble it up. And who is that demographic? Black women.
Like
Sorry.
Edgar Vixen says he's a wolf in sheep's clothing. That's exactly what it is. I think like other than the woman he's preying on at the moment, or he's getting with, I think like any guy for sure would be able to look at him and just tell he's saying all the right things. He's not like actually admitting to anything too specific. He's just being very apologetic without really being specific or committing to anything. He's just playing the game, and it does get some people, but it's just that one that everyone can watch and see it's happening, but except for the person he's on at that moment for some reason.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And I get it that maybe you tried it out and then suddenly it was like, oh, snap. That actually worked. Holy cow, people are actually eating this crap up. Lather, rinse, repeat, everybody. Lather, rinse, repeat, right? Because that's what we do. It's like, oh, wow, we're getting subscribers. Okay, keep doing it until you can't do it no more, right? Do it till you're satisfied. You know what I'm saying? You just do it until you can't do it no more. So he just does it. He's riding that train, but obviously he's going, and he's a good-looking black man, great shape, very well-spoken, looks great on camera. You know for a fact he's going to have girls trying to slide in his DMs, trying to say, what's up, though? And he obviously responded with, none, sup with you. That's it. That's it. And he shouldn't have done that. Period. So, let's get back to this video.
For any amount.
Whoops. He still wants to talk. See how eager he wants to talk here? Let's go back to this video.
Time or any length of time to any extent and think that I can't be held accountable. The same way that I preach, men and women in this situation need to face consequences of their actions, deserve to be held accountable. Guess what? Derrick Jaxn's no exemption. He's not exempt from that. I'm also not a victim. Nobody made me do this. She didn't make me or push me to do it. The next person didn't make me. No friend influenced me. It don't matter how I was raised and what trauma, whatever. Look, I made decisions. I made a series of decisions that I got to account for. There's no excuse or justification. I've already made that bed and have had to lie in it. And now we're finally getting on to the other side personally in our own healing, in our own marital oneness. And now this is being made public to you guys. So we're bringing that forth to you guys to let you know where we're at with that. But did you want to say anything?
Are you sure you want to say anything? He's like, I was busy talking that entire time. I'm sorry. I was busy controlling the narrative, by the way.
Exactly.
I'm gonna hold your hand, and it looks like she's forced to sit there. By the way, he is just grabbing onto her hand against her will. It almost seems like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like blink twice if you need help, sweetheart. You know what I'm saying? It almost feels like that. Hostage situation. I think somebody else commented like that. Hostage situation, right? Now, let us see what his beautiful wife has to say. Let's take a look.
Yes, so I do want to just add that I agree with what he just said. There is no justification for bringing other women into our marriage on any level. And it was unacceptable. And it's not something that I tolerate or that we tolerate moving forward. And when I've been flooded again with messages and these things and about, I need to leave or why haven't I left? And the answer is When I found out about it, I left. I did not hesitate or waste time to do so. And I stayed gone. No matter how many times he came, I stayed gone and stood firm on, I am not coming back. And I did not come back until I seen a shift and a change in his mentality, in how he carried himself, in how he presented himself, and conversations that we were able to have that we had never been able to have in just 12 years of knowing each other. And when we were able to have these dialogues, said, okay, Lord, this is something that you've had your hand on, and this was with me being completely removed from his life.
Now, the question is, what is it that he did to prove that he changed his mentality? That's what I'd like to know. You know what I'm saying? Now, let's just continue.
And him pursuing God, continuing to pursue God, and continuing to eliminate these things that led up to the catastrophe that you guys are seeing for the first time. So there's nothing out there right now that is information that I don't already know about or haven't known about. And so this is not something that is new. We have moved forward from it. We have gotten counsel for it and continue to do so. He is still continuing to pursue God and continuing to seek guidance and wise counsel from men of God. And that is what I needed for the continuation of me being present and in this marriage and to stand by his side.
Okay, question, guys. Can faith make a woman forgive a cheating ass man? I'm just curious. Can you go read the Bible, find faith, speak on it, pray on it, and suddenly get forgiven? Is that possible? Does that work? And I'm sitting here saying, like, I love the Lord all day long, but I don't think I could ever pray on it hard enough for me to be able to be okay with it. Does that make any sense? So you can literally pray on it. This man who is, this is a question I'm asking Denia, I think her name is, Derrick Jaxn, right? This is a question I'm asking her and to any woman out there. I'm not expecting, and Panda, I'm no way, shape, or form perfect at all. But I know that I just don't feel like in my body I could ever move on, no matter how many Hail Marys or how many times I read the good word. I don't know how many times. I don't know. Personally, I couldn't turn to him who has been on the off the beaten path for a while on multiple occasions. This isn't just one time. This is multiple occasions that he has wandered off behind her back. Woo. Sorry. Go ahead.
I could see, someone forgiving him over time for what he did, or for anyone really forgiving eventually the person that cheated on them.
Yeah.
But that's not the same thing as trusting them again and expecting them not to repeat that behaviors that they have been repeating for so long. So I think she's forgiven him,
right?
But while forgiving him, she's also just kind of let all the things he did before go away. When even if she's not going to hold it against him, he still did those things, and he's very well. I think he's going to very well do it again very soon. I mean, just right after this, there was another woman came forward and said that they had sex, and his wife doesn't know about it yet. So there's cases he's not even admitting if that's true.
There's more, and
this woman.
And I'm telling you, he is yes. There's so much more to this than just this part. And he, of course, is trying to save his, well, he's trying to save his brand. I don't think he's worried. I honestly don't think he's worried about the marriage. I think he's worried about his brand more than anything else. Juanita, I want to let you know that we are thinking of you. She just said that she was in the hospital. She just commented, I'm in the hospital on a liquid diet, but I couldn't miss the Pascal show. We love you, sweetheart. Stay safe, stay healthy, and let us know if there's anything you need from us, okay? We're thinking of you. We're praying for you. We're not cheating on you. We're praying for you, okay? But I'm just saying, one time, no problem. No problem. I could see somebody going and understanding that and letting that move on. But if you've done it more than just once, man, that is a really hard thing to just move on from, especially a woman who obviously is faith-based. This is a faith-based woman. Clearly, she's saying he's speaking with God. He is finding his faith, blah, blah, blah. But at the same time, doesn't matter how many times you read the Bible, you still got to move on. You still got to be okay with it. You still got to deal with that for the rest of your life. Looking at that lying ass, cheating ass, such and such. You see what I'm saying, David?
And according to some of the women he's been with, he was saying that he wasn't married and that she's been moving out for a long time. And he would have boxes set up so when he brought people by or women by, they would believe him that she's moving out, and he would take them to her own bed. Yeah. So I mean, he's got a full network set up to scheme these people, and he's got his story and everything. And I don't see why he would stop just because he got caught, because there's evidence of it before, and I'm almost certain she knew. A lot of times, especially with someone that's as obvious about it as this guy, she probably already knew and just didn't want to admit it. Yeah. But I don't know. Like I said, it's hard for some people to leave someone even if they've been betrayed completely, and I get that. But
and I get being attached to somebody. You know what I'm saying? Dedicated and attached to somebody, and it's the only person you know, kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? It's the smell, it's the familiarity, it's the comfort. It's that person that you know, and also that fear of not knowing that you're going to be able to maybe move on. That fear of not being able to, or finding another one. You know what I'm saying? That fear. I get that. I feel for this woman. I feel for this woman.
So today, where I'm at is at peace, and I proudly stand by his side, and I have no hesitation. I have no hurt, no shame about that. And it's only because of the grace of God and the mercy of God. And we have already turned a new chapter in this story. We are continuing to move forward, and we are just now sharing that with you all. And I forgave him, and most importantly, God has first forgiven him, and I also forgive the others as well. And with that, we are free and moving forward. So absolutely, that's all I have.
Yeah. The other thing is I get it. I'll be straight funky with y'all. Whatever happens behind their closed doors is their business and their business only. But at the same time, the only reason why it is our business, and the reason why we're talking about right now, is because somebody leaked that ish because he wanted to put his hand in somebody else's cookie jar. Let's be real. This wouldn't have happened if he was practicing and was still an advocate of black men don't cheat. Let's be straight funky on that. Any person. It's like somebody who's sitting there talking down on addicts, and then behind closed doors, they're a cokehead. It doesn't make any sense. You see what I'm saying? It's ridiculous.
And I get it. Some of y'all, this may come as a huge shock, probably a huge disappointment. I let a lot of you down. If you've had a perspective shift on who Derrick is, hopefully it's away from anything.
He did it again. Referred to himself in the third person. Bruh, you're not even personalizing this apology video. You're referring yourself in the third person. You are not a product. You're a human being. Your wife is your wife. I'm sorry. This is dumb. This is
remotely
dumb.
close to perfection, and it is simply that, you know, I am a human, and that does not justify anything that I did. But I don't want anybody out there to be putting me on a pedestal. If you did, then I hate that you did that. Maybe I gave you cause for that, and I apologize if I did.
So all those videos that you've done so far, the countless videos that you've done that you've probably made money off of, I think he has a book. He's been on talk shows. He has done appearances. People are buying up on his ish. Of course they're putting you on a pedestal. Of course. If you're shelling out a product and people are eating it up, of course they're gonna be shocked and surprised. This is hypocritical crap right here.
For those who are saying, Derrick, I don't want to ever listen to you again, it's totally understandable. I appreciate you while I had your support and helping me get the message out about healing and healthy relationships to so many people who needed it, myself included. And for those who are going to continue to support, man, I appreciate you like never before, because I know it's not going to be easy going forward, at least for a little while so many things are still fresh and attached to my name. But for everybody out there, if you get nothing else from what I've ever said over the last 9 years or right here in this video, please get...
Did you hear that? 9 years. 9 years people have been listening to this crap. 9 freaking years. Go ahead, David.
Yeah, he's just talking about his brand at this point. He's not even talking about his relationship.
He doesn't give a damn about the relationship. He doesn't. Look how wooden they look. They don't look like they even love each other anymore. I feel like they're just together for the look. Maybe he's holding on to her for the look, you know, for the brand that he has, and maybe she's holding on to him because maybe she thinks that she can't do any better, that kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not sitting here saying anything bad about her. She's a very beautiful, beautiful black woman, God-fearing, good, wholesome, probably make an honest man out of anybody else except this dude. Real talk. Would be happy to walk down the aisle with her. Real talk. She just picked the wrong dude. I think success, money, fame, and the fact that there's all these women out here, all these women out here that are just eating this guy up. Literally, there are videos out there going like, man, I need a man like Derrick Jaxn, blah, 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 because he has built this brand for 9 years. 9 years, y'all. He has built this brand for 9 years of him being like, I'm a good black man. And I take care of my black women like they're queens. Now, the other thing I want to point out real quick is, because I didn't get a chance to address it earlier, and of course, we're not done with the video. We got like 45 seconds or so left. He's sitting here going, I'm just so surprised that this stuff came out. Bruh, you are a public figure. People respect you. People look up to your opinions. You don't think that if you went and smashed some girl on the side that girl's not going to talk to her friends? Or happen to go onto one of the biggest YouTube platforms out there to gossip and spill the tea? You don't think that's going to happen? Come on now, bruh. Come on. Come on. What were you going to say, David? Man, this is just... Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
He was saying he didn't want to put himself on a pedestal or something like that. That's pretty much what all of his content is, though. Like he just screams about how men are doing it wrong and that how they have to do it the way he's doing it because he's doing it right,
bruh.
He puts himself up as like this paragon of relationships, and so that's exactly what he does in every video is put himself on a pedestal.
He puts himself on a pedestal, and Achilles just said 9 years of posting from his car. I could see why now. Facts, because he's too busy going from one girl to the next. You know what I'm saying? He's hopping around. But there is literally video that I saw on the show where they were leaking this information. He's sitting there asking these girls, asking one particular girl in a video. I'm just saying. I'm just saying, in a video, he's asking a girl what the color of her panties are. I'm sorry. In a video. Who does that? In a video, y'all. This is not him on it's sending this in a tweet or in a DM, and he can sit there and go, oh, this is fabricated. This is not real. This is his face, like he usually looks like in the car in his car going, hey girl, just wanted to let you know I'm thinking of you. By the way, what's the color? What color panties are you wearing? I'm just kidding, but seriously though, what color? Like literally, he said this in a video. There's no way of getting around this. See, this is when, like, he sits there and says, oh yeah, when he in that earlier video I showed, he's like, oh, if he's cheating now, most definitely he's cheated before. So you got a guy who's most definitely gotten super overzealous with his cheating ass ways. So much. He thinks he's so untouchable that he's willing to go on camera and send a video message to a girl that he's smashing and ask for the color of her panties. Bruh. If this woman isn't already talking to lawyers and getting esquired the F up, I hope to God she is right now.
Get this. Nothing is right until it is right with God. Nothing works until it comes into alignment with biblical standard of how God told us to do things, especially when we're talking about a marital, spiritual covenant. Yes. You know,
why do people when they mess up so bad? I'm sorry. Like I said, I'm a God-fearing dude, all that. Maybe I don't go to church as much as I should, but you know, I'm still a God-fearing dude. But why does everybody use God when they F up? Instantly, we're just praying and we're doing what we need to do. And stop with the BS. Just say, hey, man, sorry. You got me. And that's it. I'm working on it. Don't bring God into this. God didn't tell you to walk down those stairs into that girl's bedroom. You know what I'm saying? Didn't tell you to take your clothes off. You know what I'm saying? God didn't do that. That's it. This is so frustrating.
You cannot do this by your own understanding, your own intelligence, your own willpower, your own values. You have to have the grace of God to break free from certain things, to stay away from certain things, to not operate from your lowest self, whatever it may be. And it's because it's really only by God's grace that we're even able to be here on this video, holding hands. Like a year ago, 7-8 months ago, even I couldn't see this happening. I thought it was over, and I already had begun establishing my relationship with God, but that's the fruit of bringing things in alignment with God, and the mess that's been made, the mess that's now being made public from last year and years past. That's a result of getting out of alignment.
Isn't it funny now he's trying to turn this all the way around and wrap this up in a bow in a teachable moment? You see what kind of gift he's giving you right now, everybody? Hey, this is my relationship and I've messed up, but hey guys, before you go, here's a teachable moment. Here's a little nugget for you. Wrapped up in a shitty ass bow. Here you go. Yeah, I made that for you. You know, I did all these mistakes so I could teach you guys a lesson. Be sure to buy my new books on Amazon.com. You know what I'm saying? What the hell?
I
think that's enough on that. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was gonna say he mentions God a lot more in his apology than he ever did in any of his other videos. So that's based on his other content that's kind of coming out of nowhere because he doesn't come across that way. At least in the videos I looked through right before this.
So there you have it, y'all. There's that video. You know what I'm saying? Hey, be sure to buy my merch. This teachable moment. Black men kind of cheat. Black men do cheat sometimes if it's going to be a teachable moment. That should be a t-shirt. Real talk. Seriously. So, this is the question I have for you guys. I'm sorry. Oh, I'm so happy we got to do this one. A little vacation from detention camps and shootings and mayhem and all that. A little bit of a vacation, a little candy today. A well-balanced diet, if you will. All right. So today, we're going to be doing some speak on it here in just a second. Phone lines are going to be open here very, very shortly. My question to you guys is, after you saw that monstrosity of an apology video, does he deserve to keep his platform as a relationship guru? Give me a call, 314-766-4581. Somebody just said, Matt just reacted to his own video. Matt just said he reacted to his own video. I wonder if he actually did. Now I got to check that out. Maybe you can look that up real quick, David, because my screens are full right now. So apparently he reacted to his own damn video. If that's true, that would be hilarious. But anyway, does he deserve to be able to build the career, build the platform that he's been building for the past 9 years? Does he get a chance to do this or no? Give me a call, 314-766-4581. Hey, you're on the mic with the Pascal Show. What's your name and where you calling from? Oh, whoops. Hey, you're on the mic with the Pascal Show. What's your name and where you calling from?
Hey, my name is Jen. I'm calling from St. Louis.
Yes, Jen. How you doing? Speak on it.
I'm good, man. I am just shocked to hear about the audacity of this platform guru. I cannot believe what is going on.
Ridiculous, right? Ridiculous.
It is. But you know what? I want to break it down a little bit because I don't think that it's just black or white or male or female. It's all of them. I mean, anybody has the ability to be scandalous.
That is true. That is very, very true. But, you know, it's one of those things where he's been building a platform for a specific demographic, and now he's getting caught going against his own practices. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So, but you're right. You're right. That could be anybody.
From that platform.
Yeah. So that's what you think? That's what's up.
Oh, absolutely. I don't think that you can. You have to practice what you preach. If you get caught not preaching what you practice, then you're out.
That's very, very true. That's very, very true. That is very, very true, Jen.
It's crazy to hear that this guy has built such a platform and a faithful and relationship-bound platform.
Yes.
And this is what's turned out. And his wife, I hope she is wearing up like you said.
Yeah, I hope he. I have a feeling she might be. You know what I mean?
You know, it's a gut.
Yeah.
But I definitely think that he's got some sort of agenda on his list, and that's to build his platform.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Most definitely to secure his bags. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
But Jen, thank you so much for calling.
Yeah, Pascal, I got one other thing on my list. If you want to touch on that later, we can.
Oh, no. Do it right now. What's up?
So actually, there was a YouTube video with Wildlife Command Center.
Yes.
And it was a search for a $100 bill inside an egg.
Yes.
And I'm going to claim that $100 because I found the egg.
You found the egg?
I did.
So you have
it was at Creve Coeur Government Center.
So was the $100 bill inside the egg, or was there a group of numbers?
I have a group of numbers for you.
Okay, rattle them off for me real quick.
It is the serial numbers LL 1680 62 85 1.
Hey, you won $100. Congratulations, sweetheart. Hey.
No way. That's awesome. Thank you, man. I appreciate having the chance to talk to you on this platform because you are extremely knowledgeable.
Oh, wow. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Thank you. I know a lot of people are wondering what the heck is going on. Wildlife Command Center is one of our main sponsors of this show. They are doing a big treasure hunt throughout the U.S. There was a treasure hunt going on where he had an egg that they had to find in St. Louis. He has another one that he is starting to plant. Wildlife Command Center, Michael Baran, Bare Hands Baran, is going to be planting another egg with, we don't know how much money is going to be inside of it this time, for another treasure hunt in Las Vegas. So all y'all that are in Las Vegas get an opportunity to check out his video and go and try to find this treasure. It could be from $100 to $1,000. We don't know. As soon as he posts that up, I'll be posting it here on the show. So, yes, congratulations, sweetheart. Thank you so much for calling, and congratulations on the $100.
Thank you for an opportunity to get to know your platform.
Anytime, sweetheart.
You have a great day, and
too,
I'll keep tuning in.
Thank you. Great. Talk to you soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Yes. So I know that's a little random and a little bit of a like left field, but I just wanted to let you guys know because this is something that they hit me up about a while back, and they were like, "Hey, we got this thing that we want to do, and we're doing this treasure hunt. The next one's going to be in Vegas. He should be posting the treasure hunt or the hints for the treasure hunt tomorrow, and it's all going to be in Las Vegas. So if you live there, opportunity to win some money. Hey, you're on the mic with the Pascal Show. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Yo, it's Panda Loco from the Miami 305.
Panda Loco, what's up, man? What's good? What's popping?
For shizzle my nizzle, dizzle izzle.
What are your thoughts, man? What are your thoughts on this story?
Yo, man, I think he's being phony. I don't think he's being genuine with his apology, like with his wife right next to her.
Mm-hmm.
And I think like he should be more genuine, be more honest, like confess. Like his wife is next to him, like just going through the motions and everything, and he's just there being like a Hollywood actor, not being like genuine about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not being authentic with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel you, man.
I looked at his website. He's a self-love, guru, relationship coach, expert kind of guy. You know what I'm saying?
Black men don't cheat.
The Panda Loco believes.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Just trying to be like a smooth player. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
You know what I mean? He's trying to be a smooth player up in there. And, you got to just be honest with himself. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah, man.
Yeah, man. The Vato Loco, Miami 305, man. The Miami Spring Breakers, man. We do it local out here, man.
Are you having too much fun over there?
Ooh, it's crazy over here, man. Just normal for me, but you know how we do, man. It's life, bro.
I feel you, man.
Liberty and flow.
I feel you, man.
The issues of it's about marriage is a serious commitment. Marriage is a serious vow before God and before family, and it has to be taken seriously.
Yeah.
And that's what. Shit, man. You see those Miami Spring Breakers, man? True, you know what we do, babe.
Right, man. Well, Panda, thank you so much for the phone call, brother. Thank you so much.
It's all love for shizzle my nizzle, man. You know what I mean? All love.
One love, brother.
All love, baby.
All love, man. Peace.
Figure out with you, baby. We're doing it good for God, baby.
Thank you, brother. Be good. Yeah, man. Yeah, I mean that's right. He has a career. He built a career on self-love and respecting your spouse or your girlfriend. Excuse me, your spouse or your girlfriend, your loved one. I mean, that's what he made money off of, building that kind of career. And then out of nowhere, he's been cheating all this whole time. That's insane. But that's what's so frustrating. It's like people who are known, like imagine if, and I don't know if you guys know who Joel Osteen is. Joel Osteen. He's got the mega church in Texas. He makes millions and millions of dollars. You know what I mean? Preaching the good word, right? Imagine he just comes out and says, like, I don't know, child sex trafficking or something like that. No one's going to eat his stuff up. You know what I mean? No one's going to appreciate what he's been talking about, the books and stuff. They would have a burning party, like a book burning party, and burn every book that he's ever written. They would burn that entire building down, his whole arena that seats like 20,000 people or something crazy like that. You know what I mean? Be unforgivable. You build a platform. You got to live by that rule forever. Hey, you're on the mic with the Pascal Show. What's your name? Where are we calling from?
Hi, Pascal. This is Nor.
Hey, Nor.
AKA Agro Vixen. AKA Agro Vixen.
Yes. How you doing, sweetheart?
Good. I heard Panda Loco call, so I had to call. So.
Right on. What's on your mind, sweetheart? Yeah. Speak on it.
I feel like that guy. Actually, while surfing the YouTube, I did. YouTube recommended the video sometime, and I did click on his video a few times. Mm-hmm. And then I sat there. I said, my bullshit meter just went very high when he said black men don't cheat.
Oh yeah.
I said, come on now. I said that's a tagline for your business. So I'm like, and then he was telling about how he was poor, and then how people are being haters and stuff like that. I'm like, man, I know
Yeah.
what you're trying to do, but
Yeah.
I always have had some suspicion behind it. I was like, no, there's something wrong about this guy. But I just cannot lay my hand on it there. I said, just wait. And then true enough, today when you tell me, oh, this guy, I said, oh, this asshole, I know him. And then after that, for him to come online and hold his wife's hand, that is all for show. That lady is I think she is very stoic. Look at her eyes. She dare not look anywhere else. She's like, she is done, to be honest. I mean, if you cheat one time, okay, maybe perhaps I could maybe excuse your mistake. But to cheat over and over again, I think you do it because you have no respect for your other spouse. To bring the woman into your matrimonial home, let alone your matrimonial
Your
bed,
house,
that is the most. That is the most disrespect thing you can do to a person. And then why did you get married then? If you still want to F around, then don't get married, Like I say, my husband, I always say, my husband said, oh, that guy is I don't mean to offend anybody. My husband said, oh, look, that is Pastor Joe. I was like, are you sure? I never put people of religion on a high pedestal. I said, he might be a BDSM master somewhere in the basement. We don't know that.
You never know. Yeah, that's true. You just never know. Go ahead.
Like with me, I'm very open. Everybody have fantasy. Like, I watch porn. I don't care. I told my husband, this is who you marry. I watch porn occasionally. You watch porn. You do you, I do me. But don't be a hypocrite and sit there and judge others because you think, and then after that, they go back to God. God save me. And he talked himself into a third person. That is a sign of a sociopath. I had a very abusive relationship for 6 years with a guy who's just like him. Maybe that's why I was aware. And he's trying to, he's afraid because that girl looks like she done. If that were me, I would go on explicit. I would go on. My vocabulary will be F this, F that. Not sitting there, we're going to search for God. Everything will be fine and dandy after this. You don't see nothing here. It's Jedi mind trick.
That's so true.
You cannot excuse cheating. Cheating is wrong. But I told my husband, you want to cheat? You cheat up. You don't cheat down. Because if you cheat up, I will have bragging rights. I'll go, your wife, your husband cheat with so and so famous. And I look good. I said, dang it, I didn't know you still have it, babe.
Facts.
I always told him that. I said, don't cheat down. We can discuss. Cheating goes both ways. I also tell myself I will not cheat because cheating hurts the other party.
True.
It's like the worst. You talk it out. Like now we have 4 kids. There's no way I could just walk away from the marriage if I found out he cheated on me. But we're gonna work it out. But I'm not just going to be hunky-dory with him. Say, oh, baby, all is forgiven within 2-3 days. He has to work his ass off to gain my trust again. Or maybe we can work this out. But he cheat 2-3 times. No, it's not going to work. The trust is already broken.
Yeah. Wow.
So that's my standpoint on marriage. But people I've seen on YouTube a lot of this couple who is not even married for a year or two giving relationship expert advice. Like I say, are you sure? I've been married for 12 years. I've known my husband for 17 years. Even I dare not give unsolicited advice to all those couple out there.
I feel like you're the expert of your own relationship. You see what I'm saying? Like you are the expert of your own domain. Like because there's no cheat code. Pardon the pun or lack of a better term. There is no cheat code. There is no cheat code to have a happier spouse or a happier relationship or a happier marriage. You just have to work at it, and it eventually works out. And there's a lot of people that end up. This is how they get us. You know what I mean? They go, hey, this foolproof plan, a 12-step program, buy our book, and this will help your relationship, or this will make your love life better with your loved one, and so on and so forth. It's like, no, it's you have to figure it out for yourself. It's not going to be
I
some
know,
guru.
I know this ain't a build a bitch workshop, you know, or
build a bear.
You know, no, not build a bear, build a bitch.
Yeah.
There is such thing. It's like you cannot compare your relationship with the other. What might work for you? Like I told people in real life, there's no happy ending like Disney princesses. Those are only stories. You will never get the ending that you look for in movies because they are not real.
Right.
So, you know, a lot of people go into marriage, they just focus on the very grand wedding, but they don't focus on the hard work. You and your husband try to get along. You throw in your kids, a bunch of problems. How the hell? If you don't work at your marriage will fall. You know, you need to like take a step back, and sometimes you might lose your way sometimes, but you just have to work at it. Marriage is not just a hunky-dory thing. Like you sometimes will hate your husband because he breathes like an asshole, or he wing in a weird way. You just, you know,
Can't
I don't
stand
like
the way
you
he
today,
eats.
you know?
It's like I can't stand the way he eats and how he breathes, and you smell funny, and you know what I mean? So yeah, I feel you.
Yeah.
I feel you.
I know. Even the first time I said, you know, when we were dating, we were also shy behind the closed door. Your fart don't stink. Now after 12 years, everything let go in front. I was like, this is what we come to now.
Yeah.
You know, we run upstairs naked or go downstairs. Like, oh my God, please do not scare me like that. You know.
Yeah.
That is real marriage.
Right.
If you can, you take a good with the bad, and for me, what works is a good sense of humor. I love to have a good sense of humor and laughter, because if you cannot laugh at yourself and your spouse, you cannot go further than that. Well, that's my take in this subject. So
Well, no.
I don't want to take so much.
You're good. Thank you so much for the phone call, sweetheart. Thank you. You know we love you. We love hearing your voice. Thank you for the call.
Oh, I want to say I haven't finished yet. One more minute. I have a tie-dye hoodie I want to give away because I tie-dye it, and then now I want to give it away to someone on the Pascal show. So I hope it's okay. It's your buy hoodie. I'm not sure if you saw the picture.
I saw it.
I tie-dyed it myself.
I saw it. I have it. Or the photo. I saved the photo, so I have it in my. I have it. It looks amazing, by the way.
I know. Amazing. So I want to give it to someone. It's a large. So I don't know how we're going to do it, but just let me know.
We can figure it out. We'll figure it out. Maybe we could do something on Friday, because I was going to be doing some sort of family giveaway thing on this Friday anyway.
Yeah.
So
that would be great.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
We'll talk
Thank
in
you.
Discord. All right, sweetheart. Talk to you soon.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
All right.
Bye.
Bye. Oh, come on. Hang up. There we go. We got another one. Hey, you're on the mic with the Pascal Show. What's your name and where you calling from?
Hey, Pascal, it's Siri from Germany.
Hey, Siri from Germany. How you doing, sweetheart? What's on your mind? Speak on it.
I just want to say, no, it's so right. I mean, these types of men, they're a person who sits down in front of the public and says, I can tell you exactly the steps to go through that all the women want. There's billions of us. How the fuck do you know what every woman wants? That's dehumanizing.
That's true.
We're not just women, we're people. If you can't look at a woman and see a person, aside from her being a woman, how are you going to be in a relationship with somebody?
That's true.
You know, you can't just go through this. It's sexist as shit. You know, you can't just buy the roses on that day and do this and say that. When somebody's putting you on a pedestal, they're removing you from them. They're not getting close to you. They're putting you somewhere in a corner. And I don't know why people still go for that. It's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
And this is exactly when I... Sorry.
No, go ahead, please.
No, I keep interrupting you.
No, you're
sorry.
good. No, please, continue.
Well, but when I was getting so upset the other day about women always saying, oh, you need to behave and respect yourself because otherwise the men won't respect you. Well, look at this poor woman. She doesn't seem like she's been doing anything. She's sitting there she's been gaslit for years. She's been in an abusive relationship, and she gets to sit there while he talks about himself in the third person. He's bragging about all the action he got. Humble brag, hello.
Yeah.
And it's like, wow, you know, this is the cookie you get if you do everything right, and the guy just doesn't care.
That is very, very true. I mean, you know, it does look very forceful. You know what I'm saying? It does look like, in the perspective of the wife, you know, it does look like she was just kind of like pulled there to sit there, like, you know, forced to just sit there against her will and just say her piece. And clearly she's someone who doesn't speak in front of a camera very often or at all. You know what I'm saying? She's not somebody who is media trained or anything like he is. Obviously, he's very media trained. I think it's just weird. I think it's really messed up that he would bring his wife on. I think it looks like a bad look. But I get why he was trying to say something, like, or why he was trying to bring her on. I get that part. I do get that part. I get it. But it doesn't look like she wanted to be there, you know, with the attitude. And she clearly did not give a damn about that video because she wasn't all camera ready. You know, you could tell it's almost like she got done doing whatever she was doing with her day, you know, with whatever things she could have been doing. You know, they could have been doing chores and everything. He was able to throw on a shirt really quick. She didn't take off her bonnet. Like, you could clearly see no makeup on. You know what I mean? Her face wasn't beat to the gods or nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, she just sat down, looked in the camera, was like, all right, talk, man. Let's do this. If you're going to do it, we're going to do it now. You know what I mean? What were we going to say, David?
She seems like, I don't know. You know, she said she stayed away for a while, and then she planned to stay away until he ultimately ended up convincing her to come back. I mean, it kind of sounds like he just kept, like, beating at her, wearing her down until finally she accepted him back after, you know, he came out with what he did. And, I mean, she came back. I don't know. I think, though, she's probably realizing she doesn't trust him anymore at this point. At least that's what her face looked like. And, I mean, she's trusted him so many times. So, like you said, I don't see why she would continue to trust him now.
Yeah.
Well, it's also it's the pattern. Somebody abuses you and disrespects you and robs you of all the safety of that you should have with somebody who is supposedly the person you're spending your life with. You know, that should be the person you can count on. You get stripped of all that, you stand up for yourself, and then they wheedle their way back in. They love bomb you. They say, oh, I'm so sorry, and oh, I'm working on myself, and I found God, whatever that's supposed to mean. Where was God when you were shagging other women in the car? I mean, and it just seems so typical. You see it all the time. These men in public, be it politicians or, you know, actors or whatever, somebody on YouTube, they trip over their dick, and then their poor women are dragged out to stand before the cameras to give them some kind of validity. You know what? You messed up. Go out there on your own. You're the big bad man holding your big arms into the camera. Well, then don't make her stand next to you. You know, take the face punch. And I can't even imagine my husband saying, could you please do a video with me right now? Yeah, that would be one hell of a video. You'd get some hits on that.
Actually, after getting caught red-handed, like, I'm sure he was like, babe, it's not like, it's between you and me. This is a personal matter. This is not going to get out. This is not going to leak like this, babe. So it won't be it won't be a public embarrassment that it's showing that you can't, in a way, you know, it's that public embarrassment where people will look at her basically saying she can't keep her man home. You see what I'm saying? Keep her man faithful and keep her man at home. So it's also another double whammy for her because she's sitting there having to have her face on camera talking about something that he did to her and be behind it. You know, be totally fine with it in a way, you know? It's crazy.
Yeah. And she's supposed to publicly humiliate herself by giving him the rubber stamp that of approval that she's all down with what's going on. It's like, excuse me? You know, it's like when in North Korea they arrest some foreigner and they give him a mock trial, and then these poor people have to sit in front of the state TV cameras and confess all their sins while they're blinking SOS at the same time.
Yeah.
It's like,
do you
know, that
blink
poor,
twice if you
that
need
poor
help.
American student they
Yeah.
had who was saying, yes, I did horrible, what's not? And he's just looking in the camera, and you can say, oh my God, this poor man is being tortured. You know?
It's bad.
It's exactly what these men do to these women.
Yeah, it's bad.
Jesus Christ.
It's bad. It's really bad. And the funny thing is he'll be fine. I'm sure he's gonna use this to try to spin this around. Trust me, it's probably gonna be a thing here soon, where if they actually do stick together, which I highly doubt they will, but if they do end up sticking together, watch it become a book. Watch it become a course. Watch it be a money-making machine. You know what I mean? Another opportunity to make money. But go ahead.
Well, look at Bill Clinton when he went on Oprah and gave this whole speech about finding himself, and it's so narcissistic. It's like, you know, excuse me, you had sex with the intern. That's not exactly like, I don't know, a new story. We've all heard it before.
Right.
And yet here you are going on about poor you and how hard you worked on this, and now he's the great statesman again. Well, okay.
Yeah.
And his wife stood by him. She has a career. I mean, a divorced woman is not going to get public office. You can forget that. I mean, the men can have their fourth wife, and that's fine. But if a woman gets divorced, ooh,
oh, it's a bad look.
That's you lose your reputation, and that's it. You're not going to make Secretary of Defense anymore.
Yeah.
At least not that publicly. So she had no choice. And yet still, whatever you do, you're as the woman, it's always like, if you say, I'm going to walk away, then it's like, oh, you know, you couldn't give him what he needed to keep, you couldn't keep your man. If you stay, then everybody's like, oh, you're letting him walk all over you. And it's like, you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't.
Yeah.
So, what's the point?
Yeah, no kidding.
And you know what?
Mm-hmm.
That's why I always say that's why I, from a very young age, decided to be very offensively me in my choice of partner and not do the good girl thing, because that repels men like that. They don't want a difficult woman.
Or
they don't want somebody who's going to ask
I wouldn't call that a difficult woman. I think that is an assertive, strong woman that knows what they want and knows what they don't F with. And there's a lot of women out there that are willing to take a lot of BS because they take that submissive route. And there's a lot of guys out there that love that. They love that submissive stuff. But at the same time, that doesn't mean that every woman has to be made up that same way. Just like every man doesn't have to be assertive or aggressive. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to this, it's like he clearly, when it comes to that situation and when it comes to you, you know, you're lucky. You're one of the lucky ones, I guess, you know, that was able to figure out what you want and what you don't want, what you like and what you don't like. There's a lot of people out here that will be willing to do whatever they can to keep somebody in their life because of fear of being alone. So they'll just take anything and they'll go, oh, I could fix that person. That he's fixable or she's fixable. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I can make that person be the person I want them to be. And it's like, no, wouldn't it be better if everyone knew what they liked and knew themselves strong enough that they just had to go, that they're able to find the person, the right mate, the right match, so that they can go and be married and then have marital bliss, not running around trying to find that thing that's going to fill that void that you're missing from that person that you agreed to, that you swore under God to be with for goodness in goodness and in sickness and health. You know what I mean? And that's what's so frustrating, you know, because there's not a lot of people like that, you know, Siri. There's not a lot of people like you that are willing to say, hey, man, I am going to find the person that I like that works for me. A lot of people settle. And I feel that is a situation, clearly, that relationship, that marriage Derrick Jaxn's marriage is clearly something where they both settled. Or maybe he settled. You never know.
Well, it's an instrument. It's a problem that when you reach a certain level, you need a family and 2 kids to sort of be respectable. If you are of a certain age and you're trying to build a public career and you don't have some kind of family life, people are going to be like, well, what's wrong with that person?
Yeah.
You know? So you're fulfilling social expectations, and it's not healthy, because it's fine if you don't want to be a family person.
Right.
But don't have a family. It's also fine if you sit your partner down and say, this is me, and I like you, I want to have a family, but you know what? I'm going to run around. That's just me.
Hey.
That's just who I am.
And if there's
there
an
are people that live like that.
Exactly.
That's
And if there's an
fine,
understanding,
as long as you have rules.
right? And if there's an understanding, if there's an understanding, full understanding, and if you're lucky enough to meet somebody that's cool with that kind of response, with that kind of information, go ahead, run, come back when you can. You know what I'm saying? I'll be here. No big deal. Then, wow. Then you are in the luckiest situation. I mean, some people are able to find that kind of thing. And that's wild to me. You know, I've even heard of stories of men marrying women, and they literally are just saying, hey, I like men. I want to be with men, but I know that to the public eye, I need to be with a woman. I will shower you with lavish gifts. I'll give you the best things ever. You will have everything you will never need, never want for nothing. Everything name brand, a house that you never, the house that you've ever, the best house you've ever dreamed of. But you just have to be okay with me running off and doing my thing. And there are arrangements like that. Arrangements like that. So if you're able to find somebody like that, then wow, I don't know how you found him, but congratulations, I guess. You found a good one. But a lot of times it's not that. It's we find that person, suddenly they fit every box, or every box on your list is checked off except that one, in a way. You know, after you get married, it seems like that box maybe appears out of nowhere. Suddenly you just need this thing, and that's when guys go off, or people go off and cheat.
Oh, women cheat
to
too.
fill up that void. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, David.
Jackson.
Well, but also, sorry.
Go ahead, David.
He's saying, Jackson was saying before that, like, if you can't be monogamous at all, you shouldn't be in a relationship. And like, his whole idea seems to be that you should only have a monogamous relationship, and if you're cheating, you should not be dating, basically.
Right.
I mean, obviously he's not working by his own ideas, but that's the thing. It's like he says he believes this, but it still doesn't stop him from doing what he did.
Yeah. Real quick, I wanted to.
You are who you are.
That is
Not
true.
Change that.
That is very true. One thing I just wanted to pull up, because this was a comment that's been sitting here lingering in front of me, and I just wanted to say really, really quick. She said that 28 said this, and and it's true. Pascal, what she didn't say at all. What she didn't say said it all. No one knows what she is really going through emotionally. No one knows what's going on inside a marriage. You only know what they share. And that is very true too. I just thought that was a nice comment from She Said That 28. And just to tack on to our conversation, I felt like that fit kind of nice with this conversation with Siri. And it's true. We don't know what's going on behind closed doors. We don't know what really went down, but at the same time, when you see a video where he comes out and says these things, or when you see that people are leaking, like this is breaking stories, that is ruining his actual career, ruining the brand that he's been building for the past almost 10 years, that's bad. When it starts to go and your personal life bleeds out into the general public, and it starts to affect the brand that you're building, especially when your brand is relationship based. It's terrible. And if
but I mean,
and if he wanted to cheat, he should have just divorced or separated and been done. You see what I'm saying? But what were you going to say, Siri?
well, but what kind of a weird person makes a brand of themselves anyway in that way? I mean, yes, people want to have, journalists and authors and entertainers. They all have a sort of public brand that is them. But that's not the same as running around saying you found the truth to the universe, basically. I mean, he's saying he solved marriage. Good, because for thousands of years we haven't been able to figure it out. So you're the guy that fixed marriage. Good for you. That's an odd career to choose anyway. Doesn't that sort of say something about this personality, that somebody would choose to do that for a living? It seems very odd.
I do find it very strange that somebody would sit here and automatically say, I am a guru. I'm a relationship specialist because I'm married. Or I found someone that I love, that I can tolerate more than 2 weeks. You see what I'm saying? So suddenly I know how everybody thinks. And no, I've seen or read enough things from other self-proclaimed gurus that I can just get onto on camera really quick and speak my piece easily. Blah. Here it is. Blah, blah, blah. It's perfect because I'm sticking to my guns. You know what I mean? Bing, bang, boom. You know what I'm saying? Oh, and I look great on camera. So a lot of times people aren't even listening to what I'm saying. They're just too busy looking at how beautiful I am. You know what I'm saying? And then people eat it up.
Yes, please. Don't mind the content. Look at the biceps.
Exactly.
Keep your eyes on the biceps.
Keep your eye on the biceps, and you know what I mean? And that's ridiculous. You know what I mean? But Siri, thank you so much for calling in. I really do appreciate it. I want to open up the phone lines just for a little bit more for a couple of calls.
Too much
You're
of
good.
Your time.
You're good. I always love talking to you. You know what I mean? So you can always call. There's always a place for you, okay?
Thank you.
You're very welcome, sweetheart. I'll be talking to you soon.
Have a nice evening.
You too, sweetheart. Peace.
Bye.
Yeah, and what she said, she said a lot of great stuff there, man. Bang, bang, just like bangers. All y'all. Every person that's called so far. Now, the thing is, though, I'd love to hear from some fellas. I want to hear from a fella real quick. I need to hear from the fellas, y'all. I need to hear something from the fellas. Hopefully this is a fella. Hey, you on the mic with the Pascal Show. What's your name and where you calling from?
Just Happy Camper. I'm calling you from Detroit.
Happy Camper, what's up, man? How you doing, my brother? Detroit in the house. How you doing, my brother?
Yeah, hang on a second. I got you. Can you hear me?
Yes. How you doing, man? Speak on it. What's on your mind?
Well, I'm getting ready to go to bed. I had a kind of strange day, but it was a good day.
That's good.
Had some involvement with the state police this morning, and usually in my profession, when I'm dealing with law enforcement and I don't instigate that conversation, it costs me money. Short and long story, I drive a truck. I own a truck, and I lease my services to a carrier, and I was told, get this container in the yard, take it here, empty it out, blah, 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 do this, do that. I'm like, yeah, whatever. One thing after another, just getting under that load and getting on the road took about 2.5 hours, very frustrating. And so anyways, about 80 miles away, I have to go through a scale, and in the scale, the guy calls me through the scale, then blah, 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 says, park it. It's overweight on the thing. I must find out I've got a flat tire. Short and long story. The company that I lease to, and I choose to work with them. Mm-hmm. I can go anywhere I want because I get job offers unsolicited all the time. In fact, I have one from a company doing stuff for Amazon, but that's a whole different story. But good money, but I'm not doing that anymore. So anyways, the company come through. They're going to pay the overweight ticket. They even bought me a tire for my truck, like $500-600. So, and I'm going to get paid, and I'm going to go snag the container early this morning and get it to where it's got to go, and we're going to get money from them. So it's an okay day, but I'm very tired, and I've watched you a little in the afternoon, and I've done a little, being a little more informed about that violent incident in Colorado.
Yes.
And just, there's a lot of tragedy in this life that if you focus on that, or if you expect it to happen to you, I don't think anybody expects bad stuff to happen, but bad stuff is happening in America all the time. But, you know, and what that's doing is America is becoming more like Beirut, or, you know, somewhere where you don't have the sanctity or the security of knowing that you get up in the morning, you're pretty much going to go to bed that night under your own volition, your own choosing, and everything's going to be hunky-dory. And just the last number of months has become more and more violently crazy.
Yeah,
I don't care if
Happy, yeah, it has been. I mean, yesterday's shooting was absolutely a travesty, and it was absolutely horrible.
It's horrible.
And you know, of course, it was really, really bad. But unfortunately, we are talking about something completely different today.
Oh, I know.
Okay.
I've heard that conversation, and I could talk on that too, because I don't know if you figured it out yet, but any and all questions that one may have, I have the answer to. All of them. Relationship, spirituality, professional.
Okay.
I have all the answers. I can't guarantee they're all going to be correct, but everybody has all their answers themselves. And the sooner that we all start to realize that people get into relationships with other human beings, and hopefully, fortunately, or hopefully that it's usually under agreed upon conditions between the parties involved, whether it be dose, trace, whatever, because we're all human, sentient beings. But the people that you've been talking about, the guy cheating on the woman or whatever, I don't know any of those people, but I was brought to my mind about that Jerry Falwell's son that has the scandal with his wife where he was, you know, watching her do the pool boy and had a years-long relationship, and everybody seemed to be happy with it until it became public.
Right.
You know, if you live in the public eye and you're not, for lack of a better term, which is really a misnomer, if you're not literally white, you know, in your personal life and it becomes exposed, if it goes contrary to what you're professing your life to be, you know, God-fearing, rule-following American patriot, oh, I'm going to storm the Capitol because I don't like the results of whatever. That's crazy, and people seem to think that it's acceptable in today's society. And anyways, I need to go to sleep, and you need to find somebody who's more interesting.
No, you're doing great, man. But I appreciate the phone call, Happy. We'll talk here soon, okay?
Okay, home.
All right,
Be
man.
safe.
You too, brother. Peace.
So Jackson did.
Real quick. Hey, you're on the mic with the Pascal Show. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hey, what's up, Pascal?
What's up, man? Who this? What's your name? Where you calling from?
This is Hippie Buddha.
Hippie Buddha, what's up, man? What's on your mind, man? Speak on it.
I'm like shy, so I don't know what to say.
Oh, you're good, man. You're doing great. You're doing great. I guess he left. He left.
Okay.
Okay. Well, it was great hearing Hippie Buddha. It was great hearing your voice, man. Real talk. Okay, so what were you going to say, David?
I sent you the
video.
Jackson reacting to himself, yeah.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's check that out
Starts
really
at
quick.
3 minutes and 30 seconds.
Let's see it real quick. I got to find... Hold on 1 second. It just, to me, does not make any bloody sense why he would do this. I don't get it. Why? Why is he doing this? Why is he on here reacting to himself? Like, it doesn't make any bloody sense, y'all. Why would he do this? Let's take a look at this. This is real. This is real, y'all. He's reacting to himself.
For the last 9 years, or
he's
right
reacting to
video,
himself.
Please get this. Nothing is right until it is right with God. Nothing works.
What kind of BS is he going to say?
Alignment with biblical standard of how God told us to do things, especially when we're talking about
Skip to 3:30. He watches it for a long time, even though he's in the video.
You know, you cannot do this by your own understanding. Things to not operate from your lowest self, whatever it may be.
There we go.
So, when I looked in the comments of this video, I don't know if old boy was trolling or not, but he said, D, I think I want to see a reaction to this video. So, let's do it. And by the way, I'm going to speak in third person. A lot of you already seen this, but this is Derrick.
Did you see that? Did you see what he just said? Because he knows for a fact he been reading people's comments. Because I guarantee you we are not the only people so far going off on the fact that he said that he was referring to himself in the third person. So he just said it just now. He's like, I'm going to refer myself in the third person.
Derrick Jaxn, a lot of people think of him as a relationship expert and guru and all of that. Well, he and his wife are making this video because apparently at some point in their marriage, or maybe even beforehand in the relationship, he didn't take his own advice and he stepped out and he got involved with other women, as you heard them say.
This is hilarious.
Now, upon first impression, nothing really stuck out to me about him, but more so about the wife. Like, I heard her say that she stands with her husband, she's proud to love him. I heard her say that, you know, this is some time ago, they've already processed this, overcame this, dealt with this a long time ago, and nothing's really new to her. But just by her body language, I was really wondering, like, did he force her to do this video?
Oh my God, this is brilliant. Y'all, this is brilliant. This is brilliant. He's literally reacting to his own video, and now he's going to debunk all the stuff that everyone's done to all the accusations that have been said in those in all the commentary, all the comments, all the commentaries, all the commentators that have done all these videos and stuff. Real talk. We're not the only one that have done this. Real talk. Siri, exactly. This is some meta ass ish, y'all. This is meta as fuck.
Like, she looks super uncomfortable, like she doesn't want to be there. But then I watched their live chat that they did right afterwards, and you know, I kind of caught that this is just a part of her personality, so that kind of explains somewhat of her demeanor. You know, she clearly has a mind of her own, if you saw the live chat too, and she said that the live chat even was her idea. So with that, cool. She wants to stand by her husband. She feels like he's worth.
Maybe scripted, maybe scripted, maybe scripted, maybe scripted. Hey, babe, I'm gonna, just so you know, just so that they feel like you're not getting forced into this ish, baby, you need to let them know in the live that this was your idea. Okay, babe? Thank you. I'll let go of your hand as soon as you do what I tell you. See what I'm saying?
She has that right. Now, as far as what he said, I understand and I completely applaud him taking accountability, because
I can't. Man, come on now. Come on, really.
Many times we see dudes and they got this sob story about how they was raised.
He can't even stop from praising himself in a video where he's admitting about cheating.
He's literally stroking himself off right now. He's stroking himself off.
You know, they broken home and the goldfish died and they never seen a marriage and all that. He didn't do that. He just took accountability. But I hope he understands that all the accountability in the world is not going to rebuild broken trust. not on a personal level, and even with the public that he's addressing. Like, even his most loyal supporters at this point will probably have a raised eyebrow from this point forward whenever he wants to condemn another man for something like this, and rightfully so. So hopefully he understands that.
Oh, gotta love these oh, damn it. These damn commercials. These damn commercials. Hold up, y'all. Damn commercials. Damn commercials.
It was very intriguing how he brought in God at the end. You know, I don't really hear him speak like that. So
isn't that funny? Wow. It's like he watched our stream and just did this real quick.
You know, do it God's way or else it's going to fail. Now, if I saw that a couple of years ago, I honestly would have called BS. I honestly would have been like, nah, dude, like, you can't use God as a scapegoat, you know, as if you not having Jesus is why you did what you did. Like, if Jesus was there with you when you was with those other women, Jesus would have zipped up your zipper for you. That's not how it worked. Like, who are you kidding? But now I have a relationship with God for myself, so I hear things a little bit differently. And what I heard whenever he said that was that, you know, when you go into a godly commitment, which marriage is supposed to be, you can't lean on your own understanding. You can't do it by yourself. You can't do it by your own willpower, your own good intentions and vows and love for a person. If you go into a godly commitment, you have to lean on God. You have to do things like to God's standard. You have to rely on God's grace. That's the only way you're going to be able to do it for the long term.
He is the ultimate bullshitter. Oh my God. Does he sell cars for a living? I swear to God. I swear to God he's a car dealer. He's a car dealer. This guy's amazing. He's got the silver tongue. You see what I'm saying? Bruh.
And that I can personally relate to.
This is why this works. This is why he was able to get his wife on camera. This is why his wife has not divorced him. Because of his mouth.
Now, regardless, whether you like him, love him, or hate him, I think this is a great example as to why we don't need to be putting anybody on the pedestal. Nobody. And I think a lot of women did that.
Facts,
and I'm not
Lady
even
Doc.
going to say it's the women's fault by themselves, because this dude, he never really showed his struggle. You know, we understand, oh, we're all humans and we all make mistakes, but he never showed those mistakes, not for real. I think he wrote about it or something like that, but he never showed that side. So it's not really all on the women. But I've seen a lot of women put this dude on the pedestal to the point of idealizing him and even comparing their man to him. Like, they'll compare their man's good, bad, and ugly whole story to Derrick Jaxn's snippet.
Not anymore. You know, it's funny. Fellas, any of y'all that have been compared to Derrick Jaxn in a negative way, y'all better go out to the strip clubs tonight, because you get a hall pass. Woo! Yeah, baby. You're like, I told you he was wrong. I told you he wasn't right. You're comparing me to this lame ass I don't know what the sideburn having ass with the freaking whatever, the biceps. Shut up.
You know, which is, of course, a standard nobody can meet consistently. That's like a dude taking a picture of another woman who's in shape and she got a 4-pack and, you know, she just beautiful and all of that stuff and her body's just super tight, and him comparing his woman to that woman because his woman got a couple extra pounds from having a baby. Meanwhile, he don't know that woman in the picture may not even be able to have children. She may be struggling with that and coping with it by working out 2-3 times a day. She may have an unhealthy body image, and that's why she works out obsessively and consistently and looks so good. Like, you don't know. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think it's healthy. I don't think it's wise to ever idealize somebody or compare them. Like, not only because somebody can be living a double life, which I don't think is quite the case here, according to his wife.
It sounds like he's saying now, don't buy into my bullshit. That's literally what it seems like. Now he's saying, don't buy into my bullshit. Don't buy it anymore. Nobody will. I mean, at least anybody who knows about this scandal or about this tea that has been spilt. Trust and believe. Nobody's going to, I ain't trying to eat his, you know, I'm not trying to drink consume his content anymore. All of it's going to be bullshit now. I'm listening to it and I'm like, yeah, that's bullshit. Yep. All that is a lie. Yeah. All the lie detector test came back and proved that that is a lie. All of it is just BS that I'm sure he's read on Google, and he's just sitting there going, okay, let me just say it in my own little way. And people just fawn all over this dude because they think that he is the way of what a black man is supposed to be. Well, apparently he is not. So now he's sitting there going, don't eat up my bullshit. Don't eat up my shit. He's like, see, when we look at these girls and we're putting them all in they got the 4-pack and all that, they could be corrupt and messed up too. So you don't know. So clearly, he's sitting there going, we're not perfect. I get it. But at the same time, do not dish something out that you are not practicing your own damn self.
Behind the scenes without anybody knowing. Of course, this part ain't gonna blow up, but he's been putting in the work to kind of reconstruct where that all had been broken since last year. So I don't think it's a double life thing, but you don't know what struggle somebody has behind the scenes. You don't know their shortcomings. You don't know where they're falling short. So it's just not wise to compare, on any level. Nonetheless, I know some people will see this type of video, even though he's come forward and he's been completely honest. Some people are just gonna close the book on D. Some people are gonna close the book on this dude and say, you know what? I'm done with you. Cancel culture, come here. I'm more so on the side of his wife and just basically letting this be a new chapter of how I see him, because I do believe that his content over the years has helped a tremendous amount of people. He tells the truth. He speaks facts.
Is it the truth if you're not practicing it yourself? Is it? If a tree falls in the woods, kind of thing. Sure, what he said, which he's probably read from a book, and he just chopped up and screwed it and spat it out in his own way, in his own rhetoric, right? I get it, that it's a business. And he's created a business of spitting out BS. Well-scripted BS, right?
Yeah, honestly,
sure, I'm saying sure. I'm sure that this has helped some people. I'm not going to sit here and say that some of his advice did not help people. I'm not going to sit there and say that. But you're shelling out something that you are not even a full-on consumer of that product. And I get that we don't know what's going on behind closed doors. We don't know what's going on in his life. I get it. But at the same time, then you need to start making content that revolves around that thing, around the thing of, okay, I'm being completely and utterly candid. I'm going through marital issues. So I'm going to talk about it, talk it out loud, because I feel like I need to hear it. Not only there's people out there that could use that in advice, but I could use it too. So here's what I'm going to talk about. I'm going to come forward and say that I did this thing and I did this wrong thing. I'm going to get in front of this thing and talk about it, because there's people out there that have listened to your platform, that consume your stuff. And if you were candid and upfront already, then we wouldn't be burying you right now, man. We wouldn't be sitting here looking at you and laughing. You had all the opportunities to get in front of this and tie it up in a nice, different, interesting bow that would have been dope for you. You know what I'm saying? What were you saying, David?
Oh yeah, I was just gonna say, he keeps talking about, you don't know what's really going on behind closed doors and all of that, and you don't know what kind of situations people live in. The thing is, we do know what he was doing behind closed doors. That's kind of the problem. It's what he was trying to hide that is the entire problem. It's not he's just trying to make it seem like it's not his fault, I guess. This is just weird. It's really cringy too, just watch him talking about himself like this. And
the other thing that is really weird is that he, on his platforms, on his social media platforms, he barely posts about his wife. Barely. Until recently, he started posting about his wife because he got caught. And of course, he's trying to show that, hey, no. Our relationship is good. What you guys are looking at is old news. What you guys are reacting to is old news. We're already grown past that. See, look, here's a photo of us at our marriage, at our wedding, loving life and living the life like it's golden. You know what I'm saying? I love my wife. See who I'm with? I love my wife. Yeah. No, he's been putting out photos and fucking, what's the word? Thirst trapping like a mug. Because he knows he's pandering to a certain demographic, to a certain audience. Because he looks like that. And then of course he has like the six pack and everything, you know, when he's, you know, shirtless and girls like that. And he, you know, he looks like he could be on the cover of a black romance novel. And now he's speaking these things of like, yeah, you need to respect your ladies and nah. You know what I mean? You need to make love to them. You know, you need to make sure you take care of that kitty cat when you in the bedroom. He's saying this stuff, and these girls are eating this like little biscuits. You know what I'm saying? They're consuming his ish.
Even in this video, he's like, what he's really just doing here is like, he's basically arguing that there's an acceptable reason for cheating, but you just don't know what it was. And that's why he did it. I mean, that's kind of what this like second reaction to himself is kind of saying to me, because like he's like, you don't know what's going on. There's some reason for cheating that no one understands, but that's not really the case. The cheating isn't like a thing that actually just happens on accident. You put yourself in those situations, or you have the intent to do it. It's and like he's trying to make it sound like that there was a reasonable reason for him to do it by talking about himself this way, when in actuality there was no reason in the first place. He's just trying to talk so much that it confuses people into thinking that what he did wasn't wrong. And he's just kind of trying the same old thing. And it probably worked to some degree too, I imagine, but I hope not.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, you know, he clearly is doing his thing, and he's obviously eating up whatever he needs to eat up. But one thing I also noticed, I think he got kids. I think he's got kids because there's a full-on.
Yeah, they got one kid.
Yeah, they got a kid, and then there's like a little bit of milk spittle going on in the bottom corner over there. But that's a full-on like seat for a child. Okay, that ain't there for their puppy. You know what I'm saying? That is a full-on baby, and all this stuff is going on. So yeah, Juanita just said do they have children? Yeah, Summer Baby said said they have 2 kids. So bang, you know what I mean? She said that 28 just said, wow, the sad part is he isn't alone in with this behavior. There are others like him. Unfortunately, the attention is he's seeking. He is still getting it. Love your show, Pascal. This is tough. This is difficult to watch. She said that 28. Thank you so much for the comment. And I mean, that's true. You know what I mean? He is trying to spin it in some way that I don't think is working out for him. That's all. And true, there are going to be people that are going to sit there, because you know how it is. It's extremely polarizing. There are people that are going to sit there and go, hey, I forgive you, man. Bruh, keep speaking your piece, man. Keep speaking your truth, man. You know what I mean? We all do this, man. You know what I'm saying? It's all good. Like, everybody's going to sit there and say that. Everybody going to sit there and say that. There's going to be a good portion that's going to sit there and give him the pass, right? But then there's going to be other people like, man, I'm not eating up his BS anymore. Bye. He's officially ruined like I said, he has officially ruined the fairy tale romantic fantasy of him. That brand that he's created is now gone. That's all. Now he is human. Now he is officially human. He is not just some guy hanging out, talking these things that the women want to hear. And some men, let's be real, some men want to hear that stuff too. You know, a lot of us want to hear that, red, the red pill. Red pill all day, you know what I mean? Traditional values and treating your wife like a queen and being monogamous and being faithful in all that now does not exist. Not with him, because he's been doing the exact opposite for a minute since they were freaking married, y'all. That is insane. Absolutely insane. So anyway, guys, David, thank you so much for being on today, man. I really do appreciate it. Oh, by the way, real quick, there is some breaking news real quick. It was breaking during the show. Shout out to Allison. She was just saying this earlier. I forgot to say this really, really quick. But for those of you that are boxing fans, Mike Tyson says Holyfield fight is officially on for May 29th. Yes, I said it. If you are a boxing fan, Mike Tyson, Evander Holyfield will be going toe-to-toe May 29th. Howard Cosell. This is going to be crazy. I'm very excited about it. Yeah.
Me too. They were talking about possibly doing it a few months ago, and so I'm really glad it came together because it's going to be awesome.
Yeah, they've been talking about it for a minute. Now, the funny thing is I got to meet Evander Holyfield last year. Hopefully he could still move, because when I saw him, he was moving really, really slow. So this will be very interesting to see how he does in a fight with Mike Tyson. I understand he's been training for a while because they've been in talks for a good while now. They've been talking about this for a minute. But the fact that they are officially making this happen, I'm sure he is hitting the gym so much harder. And also, you got to remember, this fight is happening May 29th. We're near the end of March right now. This fight is coming up soon, y'all. Very, very soon. This is huge. And I cannot wait, because boxing really needs like a jolt of energy and some attention. So whatever Mike Tyson and Evander Holyfield have been doing, or what Mike Tyson has done, especially like when he fought Roy Jones Jr., all that was huge. You know what I'm saying? Huge. So I give them mad props, because they're finally shining some light back on boxing, and boxing is people are starting to care about boxing again. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, I'll throw Jake Paul in there too, even though I don't want to give him any love. But at the same time, he is somebody who's been making boxing like popular again. You know what I'm saying? So I wonder who else is going to be on that card. That's going to be huge. But, just a little bit of a left turn. I'm sorry, but this is breaking news. Their last fight, by the way, they last fought in 1997. And that was when Mike Tyson bit off a huge chunk of Evander Holyfield's ear. Just so you know. Evander Holyfield's last pro fight was in 2011. Bruh was still fighting in 2011. Damn, that's insane. All right. So it looks like it's going to be the Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Bruh, it's going to be in Miami. Yes. Okay, that's great news too. I'm sorry. That makes me super hype. May 29th, Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Evander Holyfield, Mike Tyson, toe-to-toe again. It has been, how many years is that? Shoot. That's like 25 years? 24 years. 24 years?
Yeah,
something like that? 24 years since they've gone toe-to-toe with each other. Since the infamous bite gate. Let's just say that. Let's just call it that. You know what I'm saying? That's huge.
Yeah.
Make it so, baby. Make it so. I'm worried, though. I met Evander Holyfield, not trying to be rude, love him to death, really nice dude, but he didn't really move that fast. He was very just kind of, you know what I'm saying? But he's been training, and apparently it's like riding a bike, sort of. With a couple shots of with a couple shots of HGH, you never know. You never know.
Yeah.
Anything's possible.
I mean, Tyson got back into shape like that pretty quickly. I mean, he was still fit, relatively speaking, but he wasn't like shredded like he was during the fight with Roy Jones Jr. Yeah, if Evander Holyfield's moving that slowly, he is going to have to speed up, because Tyson was moving pretty quickly there, and he definitely still had all of his power. So
Mike Tyson,
I don't think he's going to be messing around.
Mike Tyson
gets in the ring.
Yes, Mike Tyson has been in that last fight, he was a beast. When he was going toe-to-toe with Roy Jones Jr., he was a beast. His speed, his agility was off the chain. But, also, they weren't testing either. So I think they tested, I think, like a few days before the fight. No, they didn't test at all. Sorry, they didn't test at all, because it's an exhibition match. So I'm sure that this fight is going to be an exhibition match as well, so it doesn't even matter. They could be shot up with all kinds of stuff. You know what I mean? They could be shot up with every single type of steroid you can think of, and it'll be fine. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see. We'll see what happens here. But that's a big, big breaking story, which I'm very excited about. They say wow. So the dispute came down to money. Evander Holyfield's camp says Team Tyson wanted a huge cut. They even turned down a $25 million guarantee. That's insane.
Damn.
Now it makes me wonder how much they agreed on.
There's got to be a lot of money.
It's going to be a lot of money for sure. You know what I'm saying? And hopefully
the last fight was.
And hopefully they put a lot of this money towards like some sort of fundraiser. What were you gonna say, David?
The last fight was the highest pay-per-view like profits ever. It was for the last fight, so I wouldn't be surprised to see the same thing for this one.
Yeah, I mean it was astronomical. Everybody was like, "Oh, boxing? What's that again?" You know what I'm saying? And it opened up a whole new avenue of kids who are watching the boxing matches, going, "Wow, that's boxing, man! Oh man, I want to learn how to box." You know what I'm saying? So hopefully, it'll get a nice surge again. Of course, it also depends on who else is on the fight card. You know what I mean? It's got to be some serious fighters. You know what I mean? Or at least put a few freaking YouTubers, have them fight each other and call it a freaking day. People will tune in. Put another Jake Paul in there, or a Logan Paul, and call it a day. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, David, thank you so much for being on. I really do appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, it was an interesting discussion today.
It was definitely an interesting discussion for sure. Everybody, I appreciate all y'all. You guys are amazing. You know what I mean? Appreciate the conversation. Don't forget to hit the like button down below. That would really mean a lot. If you haven't done that, crush that subscribe button. That would really, really, really mean a lot. We've been meeting some new members of the fam, which I really do appreciate it. I really do appreciate it. Some people I haven't seen in a while, so hopefully we get to see some familiar faces in tomorrow morning's show. And y'all have a wonderful one. If you haven't done it yet, if you don't mind hitting that join button, $4.99 a month helps fuel this show, helps us do what we do, giving you guys the breaking stories and all that good stuff. So if you don't mind, hit that join button. It's only $4.99 a month. It would be greatly appreciated. But anyway, I love all you guys. You guys are all amazing. I'll see you guys tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. All right? Be good to yourselves. Be good to one another. I'll see you guys tomorrow. This is The Pascal Show. Bye.